live, on your side. Channel 2 News at 6 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Ron Plants. We have this streaming version of Channel 2 News at 6 right now, and we just want to let you know that there is a severe thunderstorm warning right now in Allegheny County in the southern tier. Paul Hare is working with all the information we're gathering on that, and he'll be joining us momentarily with that. Otherwise, we're going to begin tonight with a rather surprising Saturday afternoon announcement on that controversial fluoridation issue involving the City of Buffalo Water Board Chairman and the city's water system. Now, 2 on your side's Chelsea Swift joining us now from downtown Buffalo up on the roof with details on the email sent to us just about 5 hours ago on, again, an otherwise quiet weekend afternoon. Chelsea?
Ron, that's right. This is an update city residents have been waiting to hear for a long time as the community learned that Buffalo water hasn't had fluoride in it since 2015. After nearly 9 years without fluoridation system, Buffalo Water has announced its return. Yesterday, representatives from the Erie County Department of Health visited the pumping station and confirmed that the fluoridation project is complete. Several city residents have sued the city as a lack of fluoride can result in poor dental health and cavities. Buffalo Water Board Chairman O.J. McFoy says this is a milestone for the Buffalo community.
This Monday, Buffalo Water will receive a new shipment of fluoride, which we will reintroduce into our system next week. And then we'll continue to monitor the distribution system in the next several weeks to ensure that we are always providing the highest quality of water for our residents.
Buffalo Water Principal Engineer Peter Merlo says they've been working on implementing this system since January. And coming up tonight at 11, hear from 2 on your side's investigative reporter Charlie Sept, who's been following this issue for several years now. On your side, Chelsea Swift, Channel 2 News.
Thank you, Chelsea. One person hit and several vehicles damaged by a hit-and-run driver in Buffalo last night. Police say it happened just before 10:30 at Deerfield and Fernhill Avenues. Investigators say the driver of a Honda Civic left the scene of the accident, but the vehicle located by police a short time later. One 47-year-old man transported to ECMC, treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Anyone with information asked to call the Buffalo Police Department's confidential tip line. That number right there on your screen. From Niagara County, 4 people displaced after an early morning house fire in the city of Lockport. Firefighters responding to the home on Park Lane Circle just before 6:30. They found smoke coming from the kitchen. No residents said to be home at the time of the incident, but firefighters did rescue 2 pet cats and a pet rat. The damage estimated at $20,000. Well, today, more honors for a Buffalo firefighter as the International Association of Firefighters held its 38th annual Fallen Firefighter Memorial Service in Colorado. This year, Buffalo firefighter Jason Arnold, one of 300 people added to the Wall of Honor during that ceremony. The 37-year-old Arnold was a 3-year veteran of the Buffalo Fire Department when he died back in March of 2023 while battling a fire on Main Street in Buffalo's Theater District. Jason Arnold's widow, Sarah Tierney, who helped set up a charitable foundation in his name, was also at that event with members of the Buffalo Fire Department. In late 2023, Tierney's attorney filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the city of Buffalo and the fire department, the building's owner and a contractor, claiming negligence in Arnold's death. Back in May, Arnold actually honored in a similar event at the National Fallen Firefighters Memorial down in Emmitsburg, Maryland. Well, September is Suicide Prevention Month, and this morning hundreds of people gathering at Canalside for the Out of the Darkness Walk, the annual event helping to raise money and awareness for the issue.
Maybe they've lost a cousin, brother, parent, friend, and you know, I think the big message is that everybody is impacted by mental health. We all have a brain, right? Brain health is so important, just as important as physical health. So we really want to encourage positive conversations around mental health.
Out of the Darkness walks are organized by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention in hundreds of cities across the country. With less than 2 months to go before Election Day, community leaders encouraging Buffalo residents to make sure they exercise their constitutional fundamental rights. Today, a Get Out the Vote rally held in the Michigan Street African American Heritage Corridor providing residents with information about voting and allowing them to register on site.
But now we have more opportunity to exercise the right that we have been given, the only right to exercise the voice that we can sound as a trumpet to make a change in our society. I want people to know your vote is important. A no vote is still a vote. So your vote is very important.
Now here in New York State, the deadline to register is October 26th, ahead of the November 5th general election. Well, today, 20 local animal shelters coming together to help pets find their forever homes. A Clear the Shelters event held at the Dome in Williamsville. Dozens of adoptable pets on site, like that cat right there, with organizers hoping to address what they call a homeless, look at that face, pet crisis.
Adoption is definitely the kindest option. I want to say 350,000 dogs and cats were killed in shelters in 2023, simply because there wasn't space for them. Not because they weren't good or there was something wrong with them, just simply because they didn't have a safe place to call home. So adoption is definitely the way to go.
If you're unable to open your home to a pet permanently, shelters say they're always looking for volunteers and fosters for pets. Well, tonight we're celebrating Western New York and one of its tastiest staples. Today is actually National Sponge Candy Day. Two on your side, catching up with one of the largest local producers, learning more about the origins of this regional treat.
There is no exact date or time, but history lends itself to say that sponge candy did originate in Buffalo and probably in the early 1900s. It's really popular here just because of the cooler weather. Sponge candy does not love humidity and it likes the cooler air, so it's does very well in the Northeast and primarily in the Buffalo region.
I have something in common with sponge candy. As part of the celebrations, Platter's hosting its annual Run for the Sponge 5K, which helps raise money for a Niagara hospice.
This is the Two on Your Side M&T Bank Sports Desk.
Hockey is back in downtown Buffalo tonight as the Sabres get ready to host the Pittsburgh Penguins in the KeyBank Center for the team's preseason opener. Head coach Lindy Ruff confirmed that tonight's game will feature a majority of the main group, with the exception of defenseman Rasmus Dahlin, who is still dealing with an injury. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is set to get the start in net tonight as well, and had some positive words to say about the team's new system through this first week of practice.
I feel like the system we're going to play is beneficial for goalies too. It's something I feel like we're going to benefit as a team too, but I think it's going to be something it's kind of going to get us, to the next step, is to have like everybody knows how we're going to play. We're going to be on the same page as a team. So I really like how we've been practicing and how it's been coaching these couple of days. So I'm really excited.
Puck drop is scheduled for 7 p.m. at the KeyBank Center. In Orchard Park this morning, both Bills defensive linemen Dwan Smoot and Javon Solomon were full participants at the team's practice in Highmark Stadium, the Bills' final practice ahead of Monday night's battle with the Jaguars. The only two players with a game designation are the two we already knew about earlier in the week, Terrell Bernard and Taron Johnson. Coming up on Channel 2 News tonight at 11, the UB Bulls are on the road this afternoon facing the Northern Illinois Huskies as we speak. We're going to have those highlights plus some high school football game action between Niagara-Wheatfield and McKinley. All of that and more tonight at 11.
Hi everybody, we have a weather impact alert to tell you about. Currently, right now, we have a severe thunderstorm warning in place for southeastern Allegheny County, also a flash flood warning for southeast Allegheny County. You can see these storms moving right through, and some of these severe thunderstorms have been with us for a portion of the afternoon. The severe thunderstorm warning is in place until 6:30 p.m. We've already seen 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Also, some hail is possible in this as we run through the next, about 15 minutes or so. The flash flood warnings for some of the areas down here, we have already seen between 2.5 and 3.5 inches of rain, with another 0.5 to 1.5 inches of rain expected, again, for southeastern Allegheny County. This is not the only area that's affected right now. now with these thunderstorms. In northwestern Allegheny County, we have another thunderstorm moving through, also in Wyoming County. This popped up here. Many of these thunderstorms are sort of developing inland and south of Buffalo. We have another round of thunderstorms in Ontario that we're going to keep an eye on as this entire storm is sort of moving in the eastern direction here through our area. As far as future look shows us right now, again, these storms are going to continue, but they will die off as we get into the latter evening hours right here. So by 9 o'clock p.m. or so, again, we are going to be seeing some clear skies with possibly just a raindrop or two. So it's going to wrap up relatively soon. And then as we start the day on Sunday, not all that bad, possibly a raindrop or two again here and there, but all in all, a pretty nice day for Sunday. And then Monday, it looks like the rain showers are back a little bit more widespread than what we're seeing right now. But again, that's going to linger into Tuesday as well. We haven't seen rain for quite a bit of time. Well, now we're really going to be seeing some rain in this upcoming week. Again, there's that front that's moving through. So Monday afternoon is again when we're going to be seeing some of it, and that's going to continue into Tuesday as well. How much rain are we expecting? Well, again, this is different if you're in one of those locations with thunderstorms. Again, you can see this focused right here in southeastern Allegheny County, but all of us could expect by the time we get to Monday through the weekend right here, possibly half an inch of rain for some of us. And look, as I mentioned before, possibly more than 3 inches of rain, up to 4 inches of rain or so for portions of the south towns in the southern tier. The next 3 days then, again, big change from what we're seeing right now in the southern tier. Sunday, beautiful. Monday, some of those thunderstorms return. They could linger into Tuesday. And look at this drop in the temperatures as well. These cooler colors here indicate that we are going to be below where we're supposed to be for this time of year. Look at the next 5 days here. About 10 degrees above average for Sunday, but then we're dropping back down right where we're supposed to be. Our normal temperature is right around 70 degrees. If you're in the Buffalo area, again, it's going to be actually a decent night to go out. You might see a pop-up shower or two, but then it's going to calm down throughout the evening. 59 degrees tonight. Those storms will continue and then taper off later in the evening. Patchy fog overnight, especially in the early a.m. hours into Sunday morning. And again, after that fog evaporates, 80 degrees, 10 degrees above normal for Sunday, and then getting down to 65 degrees as we go into Monday. Again, we're keeping an eye on these storms once again for Monday, which could linger into Tuesday. Some showers possible as well for Wednesday, and some of those showers could actually linger into Thursday for the southern tier. But then as we move towards the weekend right here, it looks like the weather's going to be a little bit nicer with the sun returning. But look at those temperatures back in the 70s for much of this upcoming 7-day stretch.